I avoided playing this game for years. Call it a prejudice against clown-based media. The nature of it being a ball-throwing game, coupled with the circus branding, music, those clowns, and this ringmaster-looking guy. All these clues together made the images of rigged carnival games flash before my eyes. What a nonsense waste of time, I thought. If taking a look at these games has taught me anything, it's to get out of your comfort zone and give different games a chance. Sometimes it's something like Big Bass Wheel, and it's exactly as advertised, but other times, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So this is Down the Clown. It comes to us from Ice Games, the coolest games on Earth. Highway Games claims it came out in 2014, while the Arcade Museum is claiming 2017. I'm going to go with the 2014 one, as that aligns with the upload date of the official promotional video for this game. Here's a quick summary of the game. There's clowns, you gotta down them for points, do this under a time limit, and win the jackpot if you exceed the point target. Let's dig into a few features of the game. As shown on the clowns themselves, each row of clowns is scored differently. If you ever see a clown glow red, that means it's marked for double points. The manual shows they can adjust a timer for this feature. It's described as seconds between red light attempts. When you down an entire row of clowns, it stays down. Until you clear a second row of clowns, this will reset that first row. You can use this mechanic to your advantage. The bread and butter strategy that I follow with this game is to down the top row of clowns, then clear the middle row. While the top row is being reset, try and take one clown off the bottom row. Continue this pattern until you've left the bottom row with just one clown. That way you can save this clown for when you want to deliberately reset the top row. It's important to always try and sneak in an extra clown whenever you're resetting a row. I'm sure this isn't the only strategy to follow, but it's the one that works best for me. This might be getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about throwing some balls. Firstly, consider the power of your throw. It's gotta be strong enough that it actually downs the clown. This sounds obvious, but I'm only bringing this up due to a scenario you may encounter. The points are registered when the clown leans far back enough that the game believes you've downed it. Sometimes you will trigger this, but your throw wasn't actually strong enough to down the clown, and now it just resets back to the neutral position. For lack of a better term, I'm going to call this behavior a phantom hit. If you can consistently trigger phantom hits, it could help you farm the 30-point clowns and change your routing on the strategy. I'm not big-brained enough to replicate these consistently, I'm only getting them by accident. Despite the name, the aim of the game is actually to let the clowns get back up. Another thing to consider is the speed of your gameplay. There is an adjustable time limit that can be set within this range. Additionally, the jackpot's base target can be set using the bonus score setting. Every time someone wins, it increments the next jackpot to beat, while a loss de-increments the target. In my experience, I've seen arcades set the time limit to 20, 25, or 30, whereas the baseline jackpot has always been set to 500. Some arcades let the score decrease below 500 if there are many losses, but one win will reset it back to the bonus score before doing the usual increment of 50. With the time limit and the displayed target jackpot in mind, you can figure out if you're fast enough to win this jackpot before you play. The most important part of all is accuracy. None of this info matters if you can't even down the clowns. I personally like throwing the balls like it's beer pong. You know, that arc shot where you use these 3 fingers. This feels the most accurate to me. Beyond that, I can't really help you with accuracy, but I know someone who can help you. The calligrapher.
The trick to accuracy is to try to be really accurate, okay? Don't just slap, like really try to aim. Look where you're slapping, that's important. And then try to slap that spot instead of some other spot. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. You can
down the clown.
If you really want to get sweaty with this game, try and grab multiple balls at once. Oh yeah, the balls. Depending on your arcade, the amount of balls may vary. ICE's official recommendation says you should have 20 balls in your game, as confirmed by the official trailer, webpage, and their support forums. I don't think I've ever seen an arcade intentionally put 20 balls in the game. It's always been less than that. Some generous arcades can have upwards of 15, while the configuration I've sank the most time into only has 7 balls. Yeah. This may help you understand why I value accuracy above all else. Obviously, the game is easier when they give you more balls. My first few times playing, I really hated this game. I swear half my gameplay felt like it was just waiting for balls to return to me. It reminded me of another ball throwing game. Okay, that's not a fair comparison. With this game, sometimes the lack of balls is not the arcade's fault. Who knows what kind of players your local arcade is attracting? They might take the balls home, or lose the balls, as in not pick up any runaways and just let them roll under neighboring games. Some may even collect the balls from one game and reinforce their ammo in another game. The game itself is also prone to getting balls jammed from time to time. If you're finding the ball count to be very low, just ask one of the arcade technicians. They usually have extras in the back. The official balls look like this, but your mileage may vary with what kind of balls are stocked at your arcade. Oh yeah, since there is a double version of this game, the balls could get mixed up between the two copies. The amount of times this game has burned me by starting and seeing like 3 balls get dispensed, I now deliberately extend over and check how many balls the game has before playing. Now, I don't really like promoting cheating strats, but I find on some copies of this game, it will take several seconds of the game's timer before it actually dispenses your starting balls. Every second counts with this game, so if you know your copy is going to screw you like this, I think it's fair game to collect a few starting balls. This is also important because the game will stop giving back balls within the last few seconds. The amount of runs I've had die because of this. Nothing encapsulates a scuffed clown experience better than watching the last 3 to 5 seconds countdown while the game refuses to give you any more balls, and you are just one clown away from the jackpot. If the game's going to cheat you like this, I think it's fair to level the playing field and get those early seconds back with the starting balls. Now, on the topic of cheating, the game might be equipped with a cheat sensor. This is usually accompanied by a warning label. Don't extend your arms beyond this point. This one is clear-cut. Don't be a bozo, just throw your balls from the intended position. If you ever see this error code, that means the last player triggered the cheat sensor. You don't have to cheat to trigger this sensor. I was playing this game at an arcade where there's a wide gap between Down the Clown and its neighboring arcade games. A casual was running their ball down the Lane Master. Every time they did this, it triggered the sensor and killed my game. Thankfully, a technician saw this, so I got my credits refunded. Now, this next cheating point will vary depending on your arcade, but I'm finding most places don't like it when you have 2 players at once. While the official trailer does show 2 players working together to yoink that jackpot, you should respect the wishes of your local arcade. Honestly, playing on a 7-ball copy, I hate 2-player. I find half my time is just waiting for balls, and when they do show up, I'm fighting with the other guy for them. Just play it single player. Practice is really important for this one. Long ago, I said something like this in the Kung Fu Panda video. I'm not really interested or attached to a lot of these physical carnival-style games. I do recognize that these games can be really good for tickets when played correctly. I'll try some more of these games out, but they're really not my first choice. Well, that was almost 2 years ago. Jeez, where does the time go? Anyways, I gave this one an honest shot, and you know what? I like this one. Yeah, it only took like a year of practice, but now I can win this one. I'm by no means amazing at this game, but on lower jackpot targets, I can squeak out a few wins. It's also pretty fun. I wouldn't say it's centipede chaos fun, but the dopamine loop of downing clowns is a good time. As long as the game behaves correctly, it's a fun and serious ticket farming option. With how much abuse these clowns take, it's no wonder you'll run into weird scenarios. Sometimes entire rows just never reset. Sometimes the rows will randomly reset for no reason. These can be either detrimental or beneficial to your routing. Honestly, it can even make the game more fun, needing to adapt on the fly, but it's really a case-by-case situation. The only thing I have mixed feelings about for this game are the sound effects. In all my years of ticket farming degeneracy, these are some of the most patronizing sound bites you'll hear.
You were lucky. Oh, run along now, okay? Oh, right in the chops. Ouch, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh, got 'em all.
I work for real money to spend on fake money to spend on kiddie casino games to work for another fake money. If I want to be patronized, I have my accountant's number. While this game would perform very poorly on the ergonomics tier list, I can confidently say for this list, it's top of A+. But let's dig a little deeper into the ordering of these last 3 games. Looking at Nerf Strike and Space Invaders Frenzy, I believe there's a significant gap between these 2 games. For me, the decider is how the jackpot is displayed. You gotta face check Space Invaders to see the payout window, as in use your real, hard-earned money just to check if it's paying out, while the Nerf game proudly displays it without needing to pay. That alone is a separator between A and A+. Looking at Down the Clown, I would say you approach this one exactly like the Nerf game. It displays the jackpot and you decide to play if it's within your skill range. It's honestly up to you how you'd want to order these games. I think they're both tied for top of A+. Coincidentally, they're both shooting gallery games. You know, one with Nerf bullets, another with balls. My only issue that keeps them out of S is the incrementing jackpot target. While these are strong options and may as well be S-tier games, a very skilled ticket farming degenerate can price you out of either of these games if you can't keep up with the scores they're setting. As bad as it sounds, this feature can be a blessing in disguise. The moving jackpot targets can help these games not get nerfed if the ticket whales at your arcade are farming them into the ground. But we can save that tangent for a sustainable farming video. If you ever see this one, give it a try. I'm fairly certain your local arcade will have a copy of this game. From decrepit bowling alley arcade corners to the mainstream arcade franchises, you're sure to find this game almost anywhere. Would you look at that? 50 games on the list. I guess you know what's coming next.